Hello, this is webhostingrewind.com with another video helping you pick the best web hosting company for your need. Be sure to like and subscribe to stay up to date on all things web hosting related. Also, click the links in the description to learn more about each web hosting company that is discussed on this channel. These links are affiliate links and I will receive a small commission if you purchase through the links below. Also, if you purchase using the links below, you will receive exclusive bonuses not offered anywhere else. The commissions go to supporting the channel to continue to provide relevant and unbiased information. In this video, I am going to provide a quick review on a web hosting company called Namehero. I'll spend a few minutes discussing the price, performance, features, and give a support rating. In addition, I will list what current and former customers are saying and wrap up with a rating system between 1 and 5. If the company receives a rating of 1, it means it is pretty bad. 5 is outstanding or stellar. Alright, so let's get into it. Let's talk a little bit about Namehero. Namehero is a smaller web hosting company that has some pretty good useful features that I'll explain in a moment. It is probably less well known, but it can be found on YouTube and some other search engines. So let's get into price. Namehero has 3 types of web hosting platforms and reseller hosting if you want to start your own web hosting business. The 3 types of web hosting platforms are Cloud, VPS, and Cloud Dedicated. Now, the cheapest plan, which includes one website, is $4.30 per month for Cloud. When you compare that, it is actually almost $2 higher to Bluehost, but there's a few reasons why that is a little bit more expensive, which I'll get into in just a moment. The most expensive platform is about $14.38 compared to Bluehost, which is $13.95. Now, of course, all of these prices are at the time of recording, and these prices can change at any time. All right, so that's a brief overview of the price. Let's talk a little bit about the performance. Currently, Namehero has an uptime of 99.9%, which is exactly what you want if you are looking to make money through blogging, through e-commerce, whatever way you're looking to monetize your website. You want to make sure it is up 99% of the time, which Namehero meets that minimum requirement. It has 100% cloud web hosting, which is something that's a little bit different than other providers. Some hosting providers will say it's 50-50, 75-20, or 100% non-cloud. So that actually explains a little bit why the pricing is a little bit higher than something like Bluehost, but we'll get into that more in just a moment. In addition to having 100% cloud web hosting, it also has Ssd Web Hosting. So SSD is the hard drive that they use for their servers, and that actually will help with uptime. It'll help with some of the speed, and actually goes into why it's a little bit more expensive. And then finally, it has document-based databases. And so basically what that means, so there are 2 types of databases that are out there. There's a SQL and a NoSQL. Basically, the difference is a document-based database is a little bit more flexible. It actually responds a little bit more faster than a normal SQL database. All right, so that is it for the performance. Let's go ahead and talk a little bit about the features that come when you purchase a web hosting package with Namehero. All right, so they offer a free and auto SSL. Basically what that means is anytime you sign up for a domain and web hosting with Namehero, you will automatically get HTTPS. Not all web hosting providers do that, so that is something that they add for you for free. In addition, they have Cloudflare with Railgun, DDoS protection, firewall protection, CDN, and DNS. So there's a lot of acronyms there. Basically what they're doing is they have a global network where they can store pieces of your website so that people from around the world can access your website faster. They have firewall protection so that it is not easily hacked. One of the issues that you can find with larger web hosting providers is people can have their websites compromised actually much easier. Namehero takes extraordinary steps to help prevent that. Cloudflare with Railgun will actually help your website load faster. Again, very similar to a CDN. And DNS protection, again, will help you against hacks, attacks, and people trying to scrape information. All right, so in addition, they have nightly backups. So every single night they're backing up your website. You can actually configure your PHP version. This can come in handy if you are working with different plugins, different applications. This can also come in handy if you are working with clients. Clients have different needs, they have different requirements. And finally, the PHP version can come into play if you are doing like maybe e-commerce, if you're working with something like WooCommerce, different plugins within WordPress have different requirements. The next feature that they offer is free light speed and web server caching, which again will help you load your web pages faster anywhere in the world. One of the limitations of some other web hosting providers is they have their data centers in one place. Maybe they have the data center in the United States, and people that are trying to access your website maybe in Russia or India can see a little bit of a lag, and lag equals money. The longer the lag, the less likely your clients or customers are going to want to hang around to browse your web page. So what Namehero does is they really do a very good job of trying to get your website loaded fast so that you can start making money. In addition, they have a US data center. They have unlimited SSD storage. Again, SSD is the type of hard drive that they use. SSD is traditionally much faster than traditional hard drives, and so this is good. They're really spending a lot of time, energy, and money making sure that you're happy and satisfied with your site speed. In addition, they have unmetered bandwidth and 1 gigabyte of RAM. Continuing on with some of the features, they have one-click app installs, so once you get hooked up with Namehero, you can go to WordPress or some of these other applications that are out there, click a button and get installed with a WordPress website within 15 to 20 minutes. In addition, they have free domain for the first year. So they also offer unlimited email accounts. So this is a pretty good deal, so that you don't actually have a Gmail account or Yahoo or Hotmail. You actually look a little bit more professional. One example of an email account would be admin@webhostingrewind.com. We could have 50 of those. Instead of admin, one could be Freddie, Jenny, Pam, Tom, and so on. And we can just keep creating them. Now you can actually go in and configure the limits as far as the hard drive size or the mailbox size, and you have a total control. You have a lot of control when it comes to working with Namehero. That's just actually something that I like and prefer. In addition, auto updates for WordPress websites, that's not something you have to worry about. Now you do have to worry about updating your theme and your plugin, but the underlying WordPress website itself is automatically updated. In addition, if you have malware, they will actually reach out to you, and they'll actually, if you don't respond fast enough, they'll shut your account down. They'll shut your website down until it's up and running. Finally, they have SSD RAID 10 and 24/7 support. All right, so with regard to support, as I mentioned, they have 24/7 support, and it's based, or at least was based, in the United States. Now, when I first got started with Namehero, it was top-notch, it was high quality. The support was responsive within 30 seconds to a minute. I could chat with them at any time, day or night, and not have any problems. Now, one of the drawbacks that I've noticed recently within Namehero is the support doesn't seem as helpful. They still do better than some of the other web hosting companies that are out there, but it isn't as great as it used to be. If I could give their support a rating by itself between 1 and 5, I'd probably give it maybe like a 3 at this point. Whereas I would say even a year ago, 6 months to a year ago, it was up probably closer to a 4 or 4.5. All right, so let's take a quick look and see what others are saying about Namehero. All right, so here is my conclusion and wrap up of Namehero. In my opinion, if you can afford to invest a little bit more on your website when you're thinking about either like Bluehost, GoDaddy, or Namehero, I think Namehero is a great alternative. As I mentioned in the beginning, there is about a $2 difference between Namehero and Bluehost on its entry-level package. However, if you went with their most expensive package, there is only about a $1 difference. And I personally feel like the $2 or $1 difference is worth it when you're thinking about making money with your website or however you plan on using it. The uptime, the support, all of that is worth the difference. So if you can afford to spend a little bit more on your website, I certainly recommend that you do that. The cloud-based solution, light speed integration, and the other features that make this a great alternative to the front runners like Bluehost, GoDaddy, and so on. So if I were to give a rating for Namehero, I would say it's a solid 4 out of 5. Now, I do like all of the additional features that they offer. Again, I would give it a little bit higher ranking, but unfortunately I'm just not happy, or I wasn't as happy with the support as I was in previous months and years. To learn more about this web hosting company or any other web hosting company discussed on this channel, be sure to check out the links in the description. Once again, this is Web Hosting Rewind, helping you pick the best web hosting company for your needs. Also, if you purchase using the links below, you will receive exclusive bonuses not offered anywhere else. The commissions go to supporting the channel to continue to provide relevant and unbiased information. Thank you and have a great night.